Today I'll be continuing a series where I talk about every operation. I'll be going over what Vector Glare has done wrong and what it's done right. Then at the end of the video, I'll be rating it on my tier list. Hopefully you guys enjoy. I want to start the video off by talking about the new operator Sins. Sins is a operator that brings their unique gadget, the ROU projection system, to the table. This gadget, when it is rolled across the floor, will create a smoke wall in its path, which can block a sight line, which can allow you and your team to push into sight or into a new room. Sin's loadout consists of the POF-9 assault rifle, the 417 DMR, the GON 6, and the SDP 9mm. They have the choice between the hard breach gadget and the claymore. Sin's loadout is incredibly mediocre. Their primary weapon, the POF-9, has a lot of recoil for a gun with such little damage. The only redeeming quality of the POF-9 is its magazine size. It has a 50-round drum mag, which was an interesting move for Ubisoft to make right now at the height of the LMG meta. Thankfully, the weapon isn't good at all. Also, hard breach and claymores really aren't that great. However, Sins does have a GON 6 at their disposal, so I guess that's something good. However, the worst part of Sins is their primary gadget. I found Sins to be incredibly situational. In majority of the situations, their gadget would be useful or beneficial. A smoke grenade could do the exact same thing. So to me, Sins is only really worth bringing on very specific maps to push very specific sites, which is never a good thing. Now, the map isn't a much better story either. In this season, we got ourselves a new map in the form of Close Quarters, which is actually an incredibly good map. However, it is a deathmatch only map, unfortunately. For me personally, I hate playing deathmatch. It really doesn't belong in Rainbow Six, and you can tell it doesn't. The spawns of this mode are absolutely atrocious, and most maps don't flow well. However, Close Quarters doesn't really have these issues, so I'll give Ubisoft that. They successfully made a map that does work well in TDM. However, it shouldn't have taken the place of a competitive map. Now, on top of this, we got a lot of random additions that I'll talk about briefly. The first of which was the addition of the shooting range, which is a nice change to allow people to test recoil. However, I didn't find myself using this. If I do, it will be on the rare occasion, like maybe for this video. I do kind of wish development time was moved towards something more important. However, it is what it is. Another random change was the addition of the operator guides in the pause menu and in the operator menu. This is a nice addition for newer players. However, I don't have much to say on this because the change isn't clearly targeted at me. Other than that, that's about it. The only thing that's really left to talk about is the first implementation of the reputation system, which helps to track people that abuse team killing and will give them permanent reverse friendly fire. Other than that, there's really not much left to talk about in this regard, so I'll just be moving on. Okay, now for the balancing changes. Okay, now that we finished talking about the balancing changes, from that I want to talk about my experience with this season, which has been awful. I've had so many bugs and cheaters this season, it's not even funny. I've crashed in the middle of ranked matches probably 10 times this season, and it doesn't seem to be an issue I'm just experiencing, because a lot of people were reporting this issue on Ubisoft's website, and also my friends have been experiencing this issue as well. On top of all this, I've noticed multiple people in my ranked games disconnecting every match, whether that be a teammate or the enemy. So I don't know if this is like a bug in ranked causing people to crash and disconnect, or if this is a server issue, but it has significantly hindered my ability to play this season. Also, like I said, cheating in my experience as a plat player has been way more plentiful this season than last season. So I don't know what happened to this season, but it's an unstable mess, and it's really disappointing, because I just got back into the game last season, and now I basically can barely play the game because I crash every time I open the game. And since I can't do much about it, it makes it even more irritating because, you know, I literally can't play the game because of something that's going on the bug side of things. So now I'm going to go ahead and tier list Operation Vector Glare, and I think you all know where this is going. Operation Vector Glare has been the worst operation I've ever played in, with the instability issues, terrible content additions, and no meta changes in a time where it is desperately needed. It all combines to make a disaster of an operation. I thought High Caliber was bad, but oh, I was so mistaken. Compared to this, High Caliber looks like a really decent operation. But to be honest, by far the worst part of this operation was definitely the fact that we got no meta changes, because the game desperately needs them, and it is god awful. And not to mention, like I said, I can't even play the game because I keep crashing every time I go into a ranked match, which I'd be interested to see if you guys have been experiencing the same issue in the comments, because I have been seeing a lot of people crash in my ranked games. Like I said, my friends have been crashing a lot, and I crashed multiple times this season as well. So I'm very interested to see if you guys have been experiencing this as well. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know how you guys feel about Operation Vector Glare in the comments down below. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts and arguments on this season, good or bad. It's always fun to have discussions on games we're passionate about. Also, if you'd be so cool as to click this video, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. And I'll see you next time, friend. Peace.